week, everybody. Everybody get hyped for Chumps. We got Florida Muleteers, Toronto Falters right now. We are looking at Toronto Falters spawning on this close street side. This side usually gives you the closest access to this P1 side, but this P1 is going to be mixed. As you can see, both teams are getting ready to meet up at this P1 site. The first kill goes in the favor of the Florida Muleteers. Second tier, that's 3 down for Florida. Grim was looking for this last kill, and Florida Muleteers with the opening break onto this hill.
Yeah, great start out of Florida Muleteers. This big challenge on this P1 is to try to break from that bad side, which they are able to do. The next step is to maybe rotate into that P2 if you are able to right now. But Florida is able to pick up a lot of this time on the P1, and it looks like they are going to be moving over to that P2 as well. So a great start for the Florida Muleteers, guys. They just got to keep this P2 setup in their favor going forward.
Yeah, they're gonna try to keep the setup, but Toronto is already on the rotation right now, trying to get these battles, but the battles are not going in their favor right now. Daddy Dom does get a kill to try to get some pressure off the hill, but Florida Muleteers are there with the kills as they jump onto this hill, but the spawns are in the favor of the Toronto Falters that they're spawning from this P3 side.
GICL is able to get streaks, though, so that will be big going forward. He goes on that 6th streak, picks up some streaks for the boys, so you may have to think that may be so important at that train side hill or maybe trying to break this back P3. But right now, all the points are going in favor of Florida Muleteers. 55-8 right now, and it's all about the battle of if Toronto can try to break this before that P3 pops.
Yeah, Toronto, they're trying to get in, but it's just too the defense for the Florida Muleteers is just too strong for them right now. Jickle is just playing lights out of his mind. Gianca is right here having his back, trying to get some hill time right now as this rotation is on for the Florida Muleteers. You got player 3, Grim. He's the first one up into this next hill, but he's battling it out right now. He finally just backed up, trying to take a different route, but he gets taken down. Toronto Falters are on this hill early right now with 2 players, but they have lost the close dock spawns.
Yeah, they do lose those dock spawns. Florida Muleteers all spawning up in that back docks area. Definitely not something you want if you're trying to hold down that point. The next best option is to try to hold from the front now because Toronto is in control of this hill. But with Florida spawning so close, they are going to have to face an onslaught of players coming at them.
Yeah, this is an onslaught right now. This hill is getting mixy. Toronto Falters has broken into the hill right now for the time being. That they still got to fight out these players spawning on this dockside. And Wind is doing a great job right now. Daddy Dom just put in 2 for his team. That's 4 down for the side of Toronto right now. They just did a great job of holding off this hill. The dock spawns are still in the favor of Florida Muleteers, but the rotation is already on for the Toronto Falters.
Yeah, Toronto Falters do a great job of really stopping the bleeding there on that P3. Definitely not a situation you would have wanted to be in if you were them, but they are able to pick up a solid amount of time on that P3. But as it moves over to this docks side hill, this back train area, Jickle will call in that glide bomb, get the information on their teammates trying to push out. He does get the kill onto Daddy Dom. They have the spawns, and now they're able to pick up this time.
Yeah, Florida Muleteers are just doing a great job right now as playing as a team, rotating, getting into the positions that they need to get in to make sure they get the spawns in their favor right now. This hill right here is controlled by Florida Muleteers. You can see that Daddy Dom is trying to make a play through the back to try to secure the spawns. He's going on a quick pinch to see if he can get Jickle. He does get Jickle off the hills, and he does get his team the last of this scrap time. But you can see that Florida Muleteers they do have this middle courthouse P1 spot, and they're running to this P5 hill to make sure they try to get control of it early.
Yeah, and Jickle still has that strafing run in hand, something he could definitely use going forward in this hard point. Going to be something to point out going forward. But, off the break, Toronto just needs to make sure that Florida Muleteers can't grow a sizable lead on this P5 here. This is a hill that you want to keep mixy. You want to keep going back and forth, getting, a couple seconds each on it. But right now, it looks to be more of what we expect from it. Jickle with a big kill onto Zachary there at the top area. Trying to get another onto Daddy Dom, gets taken down. But, the next step of this game, Top Life Boon, it all comes down to the second rotation of hills. Toronto finding themselves down around 60 points here off the first rotation. But if they can get it going on the second set of hills, then they can find themselves in this game in a jiff.
Yeah, and that means that they're going to have to start playing together as a squad, start breaking these hills as a team right now. They're trying to break into this P5 side. They're trying to rotate now to try to get rotations for this P1 hills as it starts off, but Florida Muleteers are already here on the rotation and they're already starting to get the opening kill. So as this P1 does jump off, Florida Muleteers are in the spawns, but they do know that these players from Toronto Falters are coming from this P3 side.
Yeah, and we saw how well they played this P1 the first time around. Jickle picks a big kill up onto Wind. He's looking for another one onto Piz. He gets it. There's two more in time. Playing his life here so well. Great plays out of Jickle to wait for his teammates here. But you got to get these Toronto players out of the hill. Another kill onto Daddy Dom. He's just getting kills all over the place. Finds himself back on a 4 streak. If he can get one more kill, he can rewrap that glide bomb and have another set of streaks ahead of him.
Yeah, Jekyll playing absolute out of his mind. 28. Finally, just get that glide bomb he was talking about before he gets taken out by Daddy Dom. Daddy Dom does get 2 before he gets traded out by Grim. Florida Muleteers are going to get the rest of the scrap time. The rotation is on. You can see 3 players from the Florida Muleteers are already back. The battles are going down in the street out there by this P2 area, and it looked like it's being won by the Florida Muleteers. The streaks did come in, the strafing run did come in, but it did not hit something, but it did probably clear areas for the size of Florida Muleteers. And as I say that, there is 4 down for the sides of Toronto Falters to start off with early control of this P2 hill.
Yeah, a big 4 down for the Toronto Falters. A great start to this P2. If they can try to get a full 60 here, maybe they can get back into this game. But the kills are going in the favor of Florida so quick. Grims hops in from the top, picks up Wind, and there's one more Toronto Falters player around. It's Daddy Dom up top in that staircase. Looking for kills here. There's Jickle in the left corner, Grim in the right, and Jickle slide cancels that corner so well to take him out. But Zachary is here to try to get the trades. He is able to pick up 2, but Orbit still playing ratty in this P2. So Florida able to really stop the hill presence here from Toronto. They are able to get that last scrap time, but as of now, nobody rotated to that P3.
Yeah, nobody. You can see right now, Toronto now are starting to sprint back. It's going to be a head-on battle when they get in here, and the opening kills are in the size of Florida Muleteers. That was like 6 kills for the Florida Muleteers right now to get the opening, for this hill. But nobody has jumped in. Streaks are coming in for Jickle. He does hit Zachary, and there's Florida Muleteers with his early time right now. And Florida Muleteers are doing a great job at breaking into these hills, or just playing together as a team to make sure that they secure the hill.
Yeah, like you said, Top Life, the teamwork of this Florida Muleteers squad is looking fantastic right now. And look at the slaying numbers from the scoreboard. We got Jickle at 25 and 13, Orbit at 22 and 14. These guys' guns are hot, and they definitely brought it in this Berlin hardpoint right now. Toronto trying to get the last bit of scrap time here on this P3, somewhat similar to what they did on the first set. But, you know, when you do that, you got to send people to that train hill, and it looks like they are doing so. But if player 4 can sneak his way through to the back, he will net the Florida team those spawns.
Yeah, for Florida Muleteer, just trying to make his way slowly to the back right now, but they did spot him right now. Toronto Falters has spotted the players that are getting the opening kill for this P4 hill right now. The last player is player 2. He gets taken down, and Toronto Falters does have early control of this P4 hill, and these players from Florida Muleteers are pushing through this P5 in this train station side.
Yeah, it's Top Life Goon, but we have seen how good this Florida Muleteers team has been at breaking. We got Orbit picking up a big 2 in the back. Grim comes in the front, picks up 2 of his own. Jickle picks up the last one onto Wyden. They are still spawning in that back left storage area, but with only 25 seconds left on this hill, if Florida gets all the time here, they could have won, but, you know, it's all how close they can get to the victory now. You know, you can pick up scrap time on any hill of this map. So, you know, with Florida so close to this win threshold, Toronto's going to have to play perfect from now on.
Yeah, the perfect hardpoint game is what we always say when a team is only 25 points away from getting the win. But Toronto Falters right now have to play perfect, and look like it's not going to start off great, as you see all of Florida Muleteers surrounding this P5 hill, getting the opening kills that they need. Daddy Dom is trying to make the big play for his team to make sure that Florida Muleteers does not get no more of this hardpoint time. They got players from Toronto Falters on this hill right now trying to fight off the players from Toronto Falters. Why Daddy Dom is on the 5? Oh, he almost went on the 6. He got the 5, so he did get a glide bomb first team. And you can see Toronto Falters are right now getting time. They can hold these 30 seconds. You can see them right back into this game.
Yeah, Daddy Dom could have single-handedly led this Toronto Falters team into a second rotation of hills, but with 20 seconds left, Florida can still win it here. It's going to be tough with all the nades and stuns and contests on this point, but if Toronto can make it over to that P1 and try to keep this map going, we could, find a way for Toronto to get their way back into this game, but it's going to be all up to Zakari because Florida, like normal, are set up for this P1.
Yeah, Florida is set up right here to win this P1. They're only 10 seconds away right now to win this P1. And there's the opening kills for them right now. It's going back and forth right now. But Grim, there's three in the size of Florida Muleteers. And that's probably all they need. And that it is all they need to win the opening map for this championship match in bronze. 250 to 175. Florida Muleteers are proving why they have been undefeated all season long.
Yeah, Florida Muleteers
Falters.
looking
This is Bronze Championship. Florida Muleteers are currently up 1-0 in this series. And you do want Toronto to try to get an early lead and do not let Florida get comfortable in this Search and Destroy right now. But as it starts off, Toronto Falters have sent 2 towards A, 2 towards B, trying to split the setups. And I think they've seen the players cross to this B side. So now they're just going to play it patient and see where Florida goes. Ooh.
Orbit picks up a big kill from that top third area onto Piz. So Florida Muleteers have that full B bomb control. They play that bomb down, and in a 4v3 situation, make it a 4v2 with Orbit picking up 2 from that top third area. Toronto Falters and Orbit with 3. Big start off the break for Orbit, already working his way towards streaks. Zakari in a 1v4 now, going to have to make an amazing play in order to win this round. He is able to pick up 1 onto Gianca, picks up 2 onto Grim. Can he find his way into the bomb with only 20 seconds left? He sees Orbit, tries to take those shots, doesn't want to give him the ace. He backs up with 15 seconds left. He does get taken down. Not sure if Orbit was able to get that kill, but a big offensive win off the break for Florida.
Yeah, Orbit went really big for his team. I think they did give him the last kill. So Orbit got the ace for his team. I think he got 2 of them top third, jumped down, got in the back, got him the 3rd kill, then the ace for his team. So that's a big opening round for the size of Orbit in this Search and Destroy. Let's see if Toronto could try to bring it back. Zachary did get him 2 kills at the end. He made it interesting, but let's see where Toronto decides to go with this bomb. Looks like they're going for A.
Yeah, and let's see if Orbit can get this glide bomb as well. Such an important kill streak in Search and Destroy because you get all that information on where the opposition is sitting at. Grim picks up a big one onto Zakari, but Daddy Dom does trade it out. 3v3 situation here, but Florida looks like they're all zoning into that A spot. They're trying to pinch these Toronto Falters players in.
Yeah, they're trying to pick. That's a big kill right there by Winded on Jickle right now to give his team the 3-2 advantage at this A site. The last kill Winded on Orbit, but Orbit right there with the kill 5 streak to get himself the glide ball. Gianca on the flank to make it a 2-1 for Florida right now. The last player alive is Piz, and let's see if Piz can do a great job of trying to clutch this up. But the bomb is down on these stairs, and he's close by. You got the 2 Florida Muleteers players playing together. And that's what you want to see from Florida Muleteers as is a 2v1.
Yeah, Florida seems to be doubled up in this P5 area. Might be working toward that secret. Piz needs to find a way to get this bomb down, but Florida is coming in. He sees Orbit, he sees Gianca, he sees both of them. Tries to gun one. He takes out Orbit. 1v1 now for Piz. Him versus Gianca. Can he close it out with 15 seconds left? Will he opt for the bomb or will he play for the kill? He plays for the kill, and Gianca runs away and turns around on the staircase. Big play out of Gianca to close out that round.
The Florida Muleteers going up 2-0 in this Search and Destroy. Look at Gianca with this final kill cam. Just get out of dodge, get down there, and just catch him while he's jumping out. He has nowhere to go but to that corner, and she just spots on, beams them, and gives Florida the 2-0 lead right now. And Florida Muleteers are just playing good Search and Destroy. They have momentum from that first round, bringing it into the Search and Destroy. They have the bomb right now, and it looks like they're deciding to do an A push themselves.
And don't forget that Orbit does have that glide bomb. Going to be important going forward, but Daddy Dom off the break. Going to be trying to hold out this outer area. Tries to take out Grim. He does, but on the other side, Grim takes down Zachary with that grenade. So Orbit picking up that kill onto Piz. Going to be a 3v2 now. And now Florida can, pretty confidently push out this A site. But a big 2 set of kills there for the Toronto Falters guys. It's going to be up to Gianca yet again.
Yeah, Bianca's down here in the secret area. You know, Daddy Dom seen her, but he I don't think he knows where she went right now. So she's just sitting there in the corner waiting, trying to play her patience. Daddy Dom is looking for her. He knows that she's somewhere around. She finally is getting closer to this A site. She took her time. She made it to the A site. I don't think she knows that the A site is clear, but if she does, she may go for the plant. The plant is going down at A. Toronto has made a play towards B. This bomb is going down at A. Bianca just got to play her life for this little bit of time and see if she can catch these Toronto players.
Yeah, Gianca does a fantastic job of really juking those Toronto Falters players. She sees Daddy Dom, but doesn't want to take him out. Will end up going for the chase. Don't think that Daddy Dom will have any idea that she's coming behind him, but she does. And now back on this P5, going to be another 1v1. Let's see if Gianca can clutch up 2 rounds in a row.
Yeah, let's just, oh, she tried to go up the stairs, but there's Winded right there, making the play, going for the defuse, giving Toronto their first win of this championship search and destroy game 2. And that was a great play by Toronto Falters to get the bomb down quick. Gianca did make it interesting, but Toronto Falters did get the win.
Yeah, while Gianca is able to really finesse those players and send them over to that B site, they do a great job of playing their trades. And Wyndon finds that last kill onto that top doubles area. So big round that could be a motivation factor going forward. But if you want to keep it moving, you got to close out one of these offenses, and it looks like they will be going toward that B side off the break. But it's gonna be a real huge Florida Muteteers presence at this B site. It might be hard to break into this bomb.
Yeah, Florida Muteteers sent 3. So did Toronto Falters. Florida Muteteers got full control of this B site right now. The first kill did go down by Zachary. Oh, Zachary with 2. Daddy down with 1. That's 3 down for the size of Toronto Falters to now get control of this B site. And the last kill is on Toronto Falters with a quick round. And that was a great opening 2 piece by Zachary to start that off.
Yeah, Zachary definitely opened up that entire round for Toronto Falters. A huge round for them. They take down all those kills, pretty fast there, Top Life Goon with a pretty big B presence. So, like we said, Zachary with a huge round. And, Toronto Falters keeping it moving. They got Wyndon on a 3 streak, Zakari on a 2 streak. If they can get maybe a glide bomb or anything going forward in these rounds, I think this defense is a huge one to think about here, Top Life Goon. If they can close out this defense, you're feeling real good if your Toronto Falters going up 3-2.
Yeah, you see Florida Muteteers getting the bomb to this B site right now. Toronto really doesn't have nobody in this B site. There's a battle right now going down in this P2 area. Maybe they just ran by each other. The bomb did go down at B. Zakari did get the first opening kill on Orbit. Gianca with a kill on Piz to make it 3v3. Winded is in this P2 area. All the Florida Muteteers are surrounding this B bomb. As you can see, that Toronto Falters are trying to make a play through this warehouse side.
Yeah, it seems like Toronto wants to really, clear out this area, thinking that Florida might be playing deep in the back, holding a crazy angle. But, they clear out the back, they pick up Jickle. So now a 3v2, but you have limited time here. And Gianca and Grim are both doubled up in this B-bomb area. You got to flush them out as quick as possible. And now you can't even get the bomb defused. So a great round win out of Florida. It's just a question on how many kills Grim is going to get. He does pick up 2, but he gets a 3rd with the bomb. So big win for the Florida Muteteers roster. And I really like the idea of doubling up that bomb site instead of playing so deep and holding an angle because, it kind of caught the Toronto Falters off guard there. And, when they expected them to be holding that storage zone, they were secretly doubled up in that B-bomb site.
Yeah, that was a great play by the Florida Muteteers. As you stated, to go up 3-2 in this series. You know, it's going back and forth right now. We just seen 2 rounds by Florida Muteteers, 2 rounds by Toronto Falters. Now we're getting ready to start off this round 6 right now. You got the bomb looking like it's going towards this A side. Florida Muteteers only have sent 1 player to defend it, but Orbit does start off with the opening first kill. Dirty Dime with the trade onto Graham to make it 3v3. They do have control of this A site, but they have to get the bomb down. Player 2 does got a nice angle on it, and there is another kill in the side of Florida Muteteers. Florida Muteteers with 2 more kills, and Daddy Dom with the last kill. Florida Muteteers go up in this series 4-2.
Yeah, Toronto Falters find themselves at A control, unable to really get that bomb down, kind of get themselves lost there on where those players are at. And it kind of costs them because, if they can get that bomb down and just hold in that A site, maybe they can try to make something happen with their trades. But, without getting the bomb down, it's a tough fight to make when Florida pushes their way through that B area into that P5 zone. They kind of got them pinched in on all sides. There's really nowhere they can go except for the A site, and you see the Florida Muleteers pick up all those kills. So up 4-2 now in this search and destroy. Florida going back to that trusty B site. Jickle with a big kill onto Piz to open things up, and now Zakari's the only person here on that B site, so they're gonna get this plant for free. Top life.
Yeah, bombs going down on this B site right now. That was a good opening first 2 kills by the side of for the Muleteers. Now Orbit got another kill onto Daddy Dom. It leaves Wind in with him trying to make the play by himself. They're still got 2 players by that B site. He's going through this P2 area, trying to see if he could just see anybody so he can get 1 kill. So 1v4, it's an impossible task because the time is working against him. He did try to break, but that they do see him, and there is the last kill for Florida Muleteers to go up 5-2 in this search and destroy. They're just 1 round away to go up 2-0 in this series.
Yeah, just one round away, Top Life Goon. Orbit playing so great so far in the search and destroy. The Toronto Falters send one player over to that B site, being Zachary, and Orbit picks up almost all the players there in that terrain area. Picks up 2. Zachary gets taken down on that B site, and then Wyndon's kind of left in the dust saying, hey, where's my teammates at? But, they're nowhere to be found. So, Toronto Falters, if you want to win this map, it all starts right here. But Florida, it seems like they're going to be hard to take out. They've been playing so good so far in the search and destroy.
Yeah, Piz does start off with the opening first, but here comes that glide bomb by Orbit. He gets Zachary. Zachary was the bomb carrier. It makes it a 3v2, but Toronto does still got the advantage because Piz did get a kill onto Jekyll. Gianca is up close to this B side. Florida Muleteers has control of this B side right now. Orbit just with a nice 2 kills right now to give his team the advantage. All they got to do is just try to find Piz, and this could be the round. And Orbit is dropping the streak, so they know exactly where he is in this P3 fire area. And now the hunt is on for Piz.
And they know where the bomb is over on that B site, so this is going to be a tough round for Piz. But he does pick up Orbit trying to cross in that P5 area. Definitely an opening for Piz to maybe win this round. It's going to be Gianca left yet again in a 1v1. Piz is going to have to pick up that bomb and plant it within the time given. Will Gianca catch the cross here? Piz just looking for anywhere that she could be. He does pick up the bomb, but I think Gianca sees it because we can see her pushing toward that site right now. She has a sniper in hand, tries to take down Piz, but does get the grenade, and Piz wins the round for the Toronto Falters. A big turnaround there. Piz clutching up the 1v2 to keep his team alive in this game.
Yeah, Piz, big play, Piz, man. He just had it. The grenade gave him the info that she was close. He jumped off the bomb, went for the kill. Good play to keep his team into the fight. It's 5-3 for the size of Toronto. For the size of Florida Muleteers. We are going to a round 9 right now. Florida Muleteers are going to have the bomb right now, and let's see where they decide to go. Look like they're going to try to go towards this B site.
Yeah, 5-2, kind of an uncomfortable deficit to come from, but Toronto does make it 5-3, a little bit more manageable. Maybe if you can come back into this game. Grim is pushing this B site somewhat alone, but there is nobody in this hut area from the Toronto Falters. So it's going to be a retake here if Florida can get this bomb down. They know Orbit likes to play this top area, and he does only have a strafe left. Wyndon, I don't think he sees that player at the top storage, but he does make his way into P2, tries to find maybe a finesse here, and Florida still hasn't gotten that bomb down.
If Florida's got that bomb down in Toronto, and they let Toronto Piz get the first opening blood right there. Jekyll did get the kill on Wyndon. The bomb finally is going down on B, but let's see if player 6 can get up here close enough to check the bomb. He did not check the bomb before the bomb went down, so the bomb is down on B. Zachary with the kill onto Gianca. Piz with the kill onto Grim. It's a 2v1 for the size of, or is it 2v1 for the size of Toronto. There's the last kill, and Toronto is defusing the bomb right now to make this a 5-4 search and destroy.
Zachary does unintentionally kill himself with that red barrel, but Toronto Falters still able to win that round. Toronto Falters coming back into this match. Top Life Goon, they win 2 rounds in a row. Maybe that 1v2 gave them the momentum they needed to bring this game back, but you got to send it to a 5-5, and don't forget, everybody, if it's 5-5, we get an overpowered bar discount in the chat. So be ready for that. It would be a amazing moment there in the game if we could go 5-5 here in this map too. But it's going to be all to Toronto to bring this back.
Yeah, Toronto, they're very confident in their search. So them being down is not really, them being really down. So now they're taking the bomb to this B side. It's wide open. Let's see if they get the bomb down quick. Try to work your bomb. The bomb just go down quick. Orbit did get the first blood on Wind in. That does give Florida Mid-Tiers the man advantage. There is the streaks coming in for the size of Florida Muleteers. It did not hit nobody, but they are making their way to this B site, trying to play together. Piz is the only one who's not inside this B hut who could try to make a play for his team.
Yeah, a 3v2 situation here for Toronto. They're going to have to fight their way out of this B area. Zachary
Zachary.
picks up 2, making it a 2v2. Now he's going to have to do this all alone. His teammates trying to come in here, but he's got players coming in all around him with 13 seconds left. They can just play this time here. Piz calls in the glide bomb. He gets both of them in that hut there from the top, and this is a 5-5 game here, Top Life Goon. This is unbelievable.
This is championship week, and this is what we expect. This is what we expect to see when we call the championships to play. We made it to a round 11. Hashtag bar to get the code for the overpowered bars. We are in round 11. Toronto Falters, Florida Muleteers. Florida Muleteers are currently up 1-0, but we have made it to this round 11. And Florida Muleteers will have the bomb, and it looks like they're going towards B.
And look at that overpowered bar discount in the chat. Make sure to use that if you want to get some overpowered energy bars. But back to this round 11, we got Piz here on a 9 streak, trying to call in that strafing run to get any kills that he can. Doesn't want to call him in yet, want to get some sort of information, but they get that bomb down on the B site. But Orbit picks up an enormous 2-piece, and Grim jumps off the map.
He was trying to probably avoid the streak. He probably felt like it was coming at him. He tried to get into that little dock spot, but his team right now for Toronto Falters are 2-1. Can they bring it back? Can they reverse the game? Orbit's the last one up for his team, and he gets taken down by Daddy Dom. And the reverse, I don't know what this is, a reverse sweep or whatever it's called. Toronto Falters have made the comeback to come all the way back in there, try to destroy and win. And you see Daddy Dom going for a dip because he knows his team has just pulled off the impossible.
Absolutely impossible.
So
Fantastic on the rotation there in the map 1, that if they can keep it going in this map 3, they're going to be looking good. But Toronto, if they can fix some of their mistakes that they had, they can definitely find their way to the W in this map. But I think, it's all starting now.
Yeah, we are starting now getting to this P1. It looks like it's going to be mixy Daddy Dom. Like the kills are just going to go back and forth right now. But Florida Muleteers are getting the opening kills. That's 4 for the size of Florida Muleteers, 2 by the hands of Grim. He's playing in that little secret hole area, getting the early time for his team. They're watching all the stairs, all the angles to run up, and they're keeping Toronto Falters from even getting close to this P1 hill.
Yeah, and Florida doing a great job of using their ARs to really hold down all of the map control. Toronto looks like they're going to opt to push through this right side in the middle of the map here, but you got to fight through Orbit, sitting at 3-0 off the break with that automaton. He does peep out widen as well, but, on this rotation, Florida's here as well with 5 seconds left. We could see Florida going up, 70-10 here or something.
Yeah, Florida right now, they are onto this P2 hill. They just coming out, Brian's picking up where they left off into the first round. You can see Orbit right there. He's on a 7-0 right now streak for his team, just playing at a championship MVP level right now for his team. That they're just holding the spawns right now, even though the kills right now are going into the favor of the Toronto Falters. They did get a couple opening kills to break onto this hill, but they know they got to keep getting more so they can get control of this hill.
Yeah, Zachary trying to hold down this top boat area, making sure they get that power position in their favor. But all the kills go down in that P2 area. And now Zakari's going to have to fight this Florida Muleteers player. It is Gianca in time, and the slide cancel does work oh so well. But Toronto only able to get around 25 seconds on that time, and Orbit calls in his streaks. Now they know exactly where all these players are, but Toronto still getting so much time on this hill. They take down Piz in the back. I'm going to be interested to see where these Toronto players do end up spawning. They spawn a little bit far away from the hill, so Florida Muleteers might be able to contest this a little bit, but Zachary's still in this top P1 area trying to make it mixy.
If Toronto Falters right now are getting closer to the hill. They did get the 2 kills that they needed to clear. Oh, that cleared the hill for the time being. There's another kill by Piz to get the player off P1, but you can see that Florida Muleteers are sending these players on this outer beach and through this P1 side to try to break this in through the front, while Toronto is still spawning into this little green area, green mid-cut area. Florida finally did jump onto this hill. Let's see if Toronto Falters are going to start rotating.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to be picking up this scrap time and focusing on the rotation as well. So, Toronto, this is definitely a tough spot to be in. You got Florida going up about 70 to 36 here off this first 3 sets of hills. So, you know, Toronto, they're going to try to break through this cliffside, but if Florida can hold the line, they can definitely pick up a lot of time on this under Treehouse Money Hill.
In Toronto, they're grouping up right now, trying to break in from this cliffside right now. There is streaks coming in from the sides of Zachary, so they did get 2 kills right now, but Florida is still spawning in the back. Toronto did get a nice break to break onto this hill right now, but they just keep getting taken down by the sides of the Florida Muleteers, and they cannot get control of the spawns in the back.
Yeah, this hill can be so tough to break if you're trying to break from the front. You know, you got Grim and Gianca holding down time. Big 3-piece for Grim on a 4, looking for the 5th to net that glide bomb. Just needs one more. Zachary's right in front of him, but it does get traded out by his teammates. So another enormous start here in this Gavudu hardpoint for the Florida Muleteers team. That's a big kill onto Piz at that top area. So they are going to be rotated to this P5 as well. Florida playing flawlessly so far.
Yeah, you can see Florida right there already flipped the spawns in their favor to make sure that you got all of Toronto spawning in that old area as they take control of this hill. Zachary is on this boat trying to make plays for his team, but Florida Muleteers are getting control of this early P time, of this early P3 time, P4, my bad, P5 hill. They're taking control, keeping these Florida players on, keeping Toronto on this boat while Florida just soaks up time. If they can soak up all this time, they will have this game 160 to 45. So Toronto, they have to go, and they know they got to go now.
They do have to go now, but at the same time, if you're Toronto, you got to start focusing those rotations really heavily. Florida just seems to always have a player, you know, just sneaking through to where they don't want them to be. All the Florida team gets those kills onto Hill 3 coming from Grim yet again, and you got player 2, that's Gianca, back on that top P1 area. Orbit's going to be cutting those players, and it's a blue kill feed, everybody. So, you know, Florida's going to have this P1 control as well. It's a blowout here off the break of this Gavudu hardpoint. If Toronto can't turn it around soon, it's going to be a tough one.
Yeah, Toronto right now, they got to turn it around. And that was a good kill right there by Zachary and Pierce to try to get into the hill. Now they're looking for the last player, but they cannot get past the gunny of Florida Muleteers, who is led by Graham, who's 19 and 10, currently on a 4 streak right now. Florida Muleteers right now are just controlling the kill feed. It's just all this is all blue, all green, whatever the color you guys want to call that. They're just controlling the kill feed. Grim is just playing both of these tiers, looking Gianca on the 5. Gianca on the 5. The whole team is streaking right now. If you look up at the kill feed for Florida Muleteers, you can see every player is currently on some type of streak right now. That means that their gunny is hot and they're getting ready to rotate and win this, and they want to win this Gavin too.
Yeah, the slang is so heavily favored here by the Florida Muleteers. Jekyll at 16 and 12, Grim at 19 and 11, Orbit at 20 and 10, Gianca around out the back with 15 and 11. But that is a large slang disparity, and you know, going up 200 to 55 is not surprising when you're being outslayed by that much. Toronto does find a bit of control here. Gianca does call in that strafing run, but you know, it just seems like the Toronto players are just getting taken down by these gunnies right now.
Yeah, Toronto is just getting taken down. Florida Muleteers are playing just just all out great. No, getting angles, making sure they're winning their battles, making sure they don't lose. There's Daddy down right there with a kill onto Graham. Jickle with the crate on winded. Toronto's are probably going to get the last of the scrap time, but no, Florida Muleteers are still fighting for every bit of the scrap time while they're letting Toronto go ahead and rotate. Grim, when the player for Orbit is on this B side making this rotation. Let's see if he can get the kills to open it up for his team.
But yet another sneaky Florida Muleteers player coming in from the back. It's going to be Jickle trying to coming through on this P1. He does net the Florida Muleteers players those spawns, takes down Zachary, and now they have the time, just like that, Top Life Goon.
Yeah, and that's Florida Muleteers playing absolutely amazing at this guy with you. Here comes the streak by Jekyll to make sure he still keeps to make sure he's sending these players from Toronto back to the spawns to give his team more time on this hill because they know they only need 10 seconds left to win this hill. Toronto are fighting from this P1 side. The Gunnies are up for the Muleteers trying to fight. Daddy Dom's the first one up. He did get a light contest. He's hiding in this grass area. He's trying to hold long as he can, but there's the kill on him, and that could be the kill that did it for Florida Muleteers.
Yeah, Florida Muleteers came out hot in this map 3. They lost that map 2. They said, "Hey, we're angry now." And you see it in the scoreboard, 250 to 75. And, going up 2-1 in the series, I think Toronto still has a fighting factor in the
We are
series.
looking at the size of the Toronto Falters. We are going to start off to go to this mixy P1. It's going to be mixy because you really can't get control of this hill. You can see that teams are trying to make a play, and there's Daddy Dom with the kill onto Grim as he's running around. Daddy Dom with a nice two-piece before he finally gets taken down, and Toronto Falters did get a little bit of time, but there's Florida Muleteers getting the 3-3 tie right now.
Yeah, Orbit off the break with a 3-0 star. Make that 4-0. Isn't able to pick up that glide bomb, but, Toronto picking up some of these kills around the P1 area. Big start for them. 6-4 here on this P1. It's a mixy one, so you're going to be all focused on those P2 spawns. Florida Muleteers trying to slay out here, but Florida still in control of those P2 spawns as of now with 15 seconds left.
If Florida Muleteers does have control of the spots, as they got the control of this here right now. Daddy Dom is trying to make a play in this hut, but he gets taken down by Grim, and that's going to be the last remaining scrap time for the sides of the Florida Muleteers. There is 2 players that they got to fight off from the sides of Toronto Falters, and that's 2 kills for Grim to keep them back, and 1 by Gianca, and that's Florida Muleteers controlling this P2 hill.
Yeah, and just like normal, this Florida team has all their sides of the map held down. So, they're looking fantastic. Zakari picks up one on Gianca. Piz picks up another onto Orbit to contest this hill. They are able to net those spawns as well. Florida Muleteers going to be spawning out, so a big break for Toronto Falters. They can hold the rest of this P2 time, but Jickle with a 3-piece, it's going to be hard to fight that, Top Life.
Yeah, Jekyll with a nice 3-piece where he finally gets taken down. Daddy Dom, he is making plays for the Muleteers. Toronto Falters, they're going back and forth, but there is 4 kills for the side of Toronto Falters. So that did give them the spawns in the back, but they know that they did not want those spawns. So they are sending players out into this P2. And I did just see a P2 spawn, a P3 spawn for the size of Toronto Falters. So they do got the spawns, and they are going to get the first control of this hill.
Yeah, Gianca here trying to maybe play a kill that he can find here. Toronto still spawning in the back. They're trying to pinch into this time. Sees one trying to run toward time, and there's Orbit with another 3-piece. I feel like whenever Florida's in a tough situation, somebody on their team just pops an enormous piece to really open up time.
Yeah, and that's what Florida brings to you. That's what they've been bringing all year long. Just guys who could just pop off at any given moment, at any given time, and that's what we see right now. Like you just said, 2 pieces, 3 pieces going in the side. There's another 3 right there for Jekyll right now, looking for 4, but he gets taken down by a nade for the Muleteers right now. This game is a very close game as we get into these 3 hills right now. This hill right here is going to be mixy, going back and forth. Florida Muleteers are going to get the last of this time, but Toronto Falters are getting the favorable spawns for this next hill.
Yeah, but they are so close to that P3 or P4 as well. Gianca picking up kills all over the place, goes for 3, but gets taken down. Gianca in the back here should net those spawns. Toronto is spawning out at that castle area right now, but Daddy Dom and Zachary still trying to fight this time. Zachary picks up 3 on a 3 streak, looking for more. Looks for Orbit, but, the pieces are just back and forth, especially on Bow Cage. They're trying to contest this time until their teammates can get close. Daddy Dom picks up 1, but it's going to be a 3-on-3 hit here. Orbit picks up 1, but it's so back and forth. The time does seem to be going in the favor of Toronto. They seem to be a little bit more comfortable on Bow Cage than they were on Kavudu.
Yeah, a little bit more kind of keeping the game close. They finally just got a 62-point lead, a 2-point lead in this hill, on this barn hill. If they can keep holding their kills or going back and forth. This hill is being contested back and forth. They finally did get taken out the hill, but they're still rushing in from this front side. They contest this hill to make the battle. Daddy Dom with 3 kills right now to open up the hill for his team before he finally gets taken down. And his team is not going to get the rest of scrap time, but they do have the spawns for this next hill.
Yeah, and if you're Toronto, this is where you want to get a lot of your time. But the spawns do come in semi-close for Toronto or for Florida. They have the control now in the favor of or of Toronto Falters, so they are able to get a little bit of time here. They have the lead here in this map, so looking good so far. It's Daddy Dom sitting at 18 and 13 off the break, playing so good for that Toronto squad. But if Toronto can play like this for the rest of the map, they could definitely find a way to win here and send it to a Game 5 top life.
Yeah, Toronto, they want to send it to the game 5 because they know that's what they're going to be. They know that's what they're special at. Wendy did try to come in for the break, but Florida Muleteers are just too strong right now. Here comes the streak by Pez, and that was a streak to kind of give them some type of opening for the hill. They know that there's probably 1 or 2 players close to the hill. Zachary did make the play to get on this hill, but there's the 2-piece for Zachary, but he does not get on the hill. Florida Muleteers are going to get the last of the scrap time. They're going to be up about 2 points as we start off to this P1 again. And when we did do the first P1, it did not. It was not. It did end in the favor of Florida Muleteers. So let's see if Toronto can try to get these kills as they're getting the opening kills right now.
Yeah, this P1 definitely more of a fight for the P2 control than maybe the time. But, Florida maybe trying to push this Toronto team back into their spawn and maybe get a lot of time here. Gianca picks up the kill onto Piz and pushes into that tools area. But, back and forth here. Florida does find the lead here on this P1. But at the same time, they also have the P2 spawn. So definitely a win-win there for the Florida Muleteers. Off the second rotation of Hills, if Florida can keep their guns just as hot as they have before, but get the rotation that they're usually do, like that Florida team that we've known so far in this series, they can definitely close this game out. I mean, they got a lot of time here on this P1 top life.
Yeah, Florida did end up getting a lot of time, and they do got the spawns for this P2 hill. There is a battle going down between player 6 and player 2 to start off this P2 hill. As he does start off on the P2 hill, Florida gets the opening kill on that hill. That's 2 down for the sides of Florida Military. They are getting early control of this hill. They just got to find Zachary, and they do find Zachary in the back to make sure they control the hill, to control the spawns right now. But you can see Toronto Falters are getting some hill time before they finally get taken down.
Yeah, Florida still definitely in control of this point right now. They will be getting some time. Widened tries to sneak in through the back, but is unable to do so. So, Florida really generating a generous lead here on this P2 area. It was about, 100 to 100 as that second rotation of Hills popped. And now Florida are sitting at around 160 points if they can keep this P2 hold going. If they can rotate this to new as well, this game is close to over top life Goon. But right now, Toronto does have control of those P3 spawns, but it's going to be up to them to try to hold it for as long as they can. We know how mixy that P3 can be.
Yeah, and we know how hot the gunnies of Florida could get at times. But as this hill starts off, Toronto Falters, they do got early control of this hill. They're looking for players. They're making sure these players do not break in for the back. Daddy down with trades, but the trades are going back and forth for the sides of Toronto and Florida Muleteers. Toronto did finally get broken off the hill by 2 kills from Grim. They're trying to fight in from this back window to make sure they try to get back into this hill, and the hill is being contested. Trying to find this last player. They cannot find it. The only player that's up right now for the Toronto Falters is Zachary. He's getting a 2-piece. He's looking in to see if he can get taken down, but he gets taken down. That's Florida Muleteers holding off these Toronto Falters on this P3 hill to try to expand their lead even more.
It is definitely all systems go for this Florida Muleteers squad. We didn't see the Florida Muleteers squad we're used to in this first rotation of Hills, but ever since that second P1 popped, it's been all Florida in the kill feed. It seems we got Orbit sitting at 32 and 24 and Jickle sitting at 33 and 20. So the MP40s are definitely shooting straight top life Goon just like normal, and they're holding this P4 as well. It's definitely a fight for it right now because there is a couple of Toronto players here, but I expect those kills to go in the Florida favor pretty soon.
Yeah, you can see Graham right here already in a nice little spot to make sure he could try to get the opening kills for his team. For the Muleteers right now has finally got over that 200-point mark. They know that they're getting close to victory, getting close to holding that championship imaginary ring in their hand. They know that they just hold this hill right here and rotate to the next, they could win. And Gianca right there starting off with kills. Orbit getting killed. Orbit with two right there. Orbit's actually on a 6 streak right now, fully streaked out before he finally gets taken down. This barn hill is being contested with Florida Muleteers looking like they're going to get the last of the scrap time. And if you look down at your mini map, there's going to be a big battle between player 5 and player 2, and it's won by player 5. So that may be the spawns that they needed for Florida Muleteers to close this out.
But Toronto still is spawning up there. It's going to be Gianca versus two players in this back L area. Picks up one, goes for the second. Grim is in control of this hard point right now, but they're going to have to hold it from the front because Toronto is spawning close. But it's an all-out sprint now for Toronto to try to contest this hill, and all the kills seem to be going in the favor of them. But a 3-kill down for the Toronto Falters squad. They can hold off this Florida Muleteers for a couple of seconds, but they're going to be so close spawning at that back left tank. It's going to have to be a full hold here for Toronto to win this game.
And they're gonna have to start holding. They're gonna have to start playing perfect hard point. Jonka finally got taken down in that backyard. There's 3 down for the side of for the Muleteers. They're only about 16 points away from winning this game, and the time should be ticking in their favor right now. If they get this last 10 seconds, they'll only be about 3 to 4 points away from winning this game, and the kills are going in their favor. As you can see, 4 down in the kill feed for the side of Florida Muleteers. They're 2 points away from the win, and they got the rotation in your Florida Muleteers are your champions.
Florida Muleteers close out the series 3-1 in their favor to win the championship for the Bronze Premade Division. Playing fantastic in all 3 of those hard points. They let the search and destroy slip away from them, but they